on businesses. I am at Kempinski Hotel in Accra to interact with the general manager, Manish Nambia, to find out from him what measures his outfit is putting in place to stay in business. You're welcome.
Good morning, Ernestina. How are you?
I'm fine. Yourself?
Good, thank you.
Okay, so what measures are you putting in place to sustain your outfit during these times?
The key word here is survival. One has to make sure that we survive this period and come out of it ready to welcome back guests who enjoyed our services in the past. There is no game book for this, of how do you deal with this. A good business would look at reducing its expenses, making sure that we have responsibilities in different ways. One is there's a responsibility to reduce your expenses, responsibility to make sure that the people who are working and the guests who come in are safe and not exposed to any kind of viruses in the hotel. There is a responsibility to make sure that the business survives this pandemic and is able to bounce back once everything is back. So there are different measures being put on different fronts to ensure sustainability. At this point of time, obviously, we have very few guests in the hotel. We have, and most of the guests who are staying in the hotel are guests who have been in the hotel prior to the lockdown and have very limited exposure. Also, with the help of the government, we got most of the guests in the hotel checked to see if what the health conditions were. So as far as the guests living within the hotel, they're all very, very safe at this point of time. But of course, we've taken in measures like improving the levels of disinfection, making sure that we put in the white glove service that we have to make sure that employees wear masks at all points of time, to make sure that we stock facilities like buffets, meetings and gatherings, check-in. As you can see now, we have queue managers and we have spacing between customers so that social distancing is observed in all points of time. And we're trying to follow most of the recommendations that WHO and all the other organizations are telling us to keep ourselves and our customers safe. At this point of time, we haven't really laid off anybody. We have most of the employees still in the hotel since the pandemic started. The future is quite uncertain, and these are things that we will start dwelling and discussing as it comes in. Our initial outlook for this whole pandemic was, July, September, and we said everything's going to bounce back. And obviously, we see now that it's not going to be the case. So we will have to start looking in at measures to try and mitigate some of these problems that may arise. We don't have customers at this point of time. The hotel has 269 rooms and we have about 10 rooms occupied in the hotel. And some of the people who are staying are customers who are stuck because of the quarantine and because of the planes not flying. Obviously, we took a humanitarian approach to some of that and we reduced our prices. Also, because there's no travel coming in, what we're trying to encourage is weekend stays for Ghanaians in Accra, for people who have stayed back in Accra, and we are very flexible from a price perspective. Obviously, to keep in mind that a lot of the services that we would normally have in a hotel are not functional. Like, for example, the bar is not functioning, the spa is not functioning, the buffet restaurants are not functioning. So the offer from our side is also very marginalized. The losses are drastic. As of now, we are looking in excess to about $4.5 to $5 million just in these last 3 months.
So are you seeking for a stimulus package from government?
We have requested. We were very lucky that the President gave us audience and was very keen in listening to what we had to say in the hospitality market. We did address some of the issues with His Excellency, and we were told that there were discussions on various fronts on how these things would be handled, and we are optimistically and positively looking forward to some of these things.
Though 9,000 hotel and guest house workers have been rendered jobless, General Manager of Kempinski Hotel, Manish Nambia, has indicated that his staff are still in full operation and none has been laid off. Ernestina Sewa Asante, reporting for Ghana Web.